Do you want to come back to my place? Bouncy, bouncy. Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth, number 50. The Pentagon has been outed as having a homegrown propaganda program in which they have enlisted ex-military officials to insinuate themselves into the mainstream media in order to paint a rosy picture of progress in Iraq in order to sway public opinion. So now we are the fucking enemy because they are using propaganda against us. This should be a major news story, and this should be something that is talked about on the talk shows for a long time to come. But is it? No. Will it be? No. Because nobody gives a flying fuck, even though it should be a major fucking issue. It should be, because I'll tell you why. Because what they're doing is they're practicing. It's just practice. It's practice for when they got to use this for real. It's going to be like 1984. It's going to be Big Brother. It's going to be propaganda all the time, changing history, changing the facts to suit whatever the moment holds for them. For when that time comes in the future, whenever they're doing that to us, just like they're supposed to be doing it to the enemy, presumably, propaganda is a tool of warfare. And what are they doing? They are conducting a form of warfare against their own citizens, the Pentagon. Now, I've seen, or not seen, but I've heard a captain, an Army captain, I believe, on a local radio station just singing the praises of General Petraeus and talking about how great the troop surge has been, how wonderful everything is progressing over there, and how they're really making great strides in, rebuilding the infrastructure in Iraq and everything, and all this kind of stuff, and just flowery as hell. It made me want to puke, the motherfucker. When this guy comes to your city and he's on your radio, please call in and tell him to shove it up his ass, because he's just another one in this propaganda scheme, trying to sway people's opinions. Sad fact is, there are a lot of people in this country that believe that shit. And here we are on Memorial Day, where we're supposed to remember fallen military in past and present wars. And we have people fighting right now for a war that should have never started in the first place. It's a sad state of affairs. NASA has successfully landed a new spacecraft on Mars, I believe in the North Polar region, for the express purpose of looking for past and present evidence of water, which would then, lend credence to the idea of finding life there, either in the past or present. I believe that's just fantastic. Anything I see that's happening in space like that is just, I fucking love it. It's great because we've had so much new information come in about Mars that it just blows my mind. Some of the pictures that we've gotten from the global surveyor up there, and some of the panoramas that we've seen from Spirit and what's the other one? Well, anyway, you know what I'm talking about, the two rovers on the planet, have been really great. And this caused me to come to a point, and something that I wanted to make as a point to you. Whenever you hear people talk about so-called fantastic systems and hardware that the U.S. government keeps secret, such as microwave technology, which can boil your insides without leaving a mark on you, or perhaps fire voices into your head, or maybe even the Aurora spy plane, which can fly at Mach 10 or over 7,000 miles an hour, like tripling the speed of the SR-71, which is supposedly still the fastest plane in production. Yeah, if you believe that one, I'll sell you some swampland in Florida. Anyway, to correlate those 2 points, you have a spacecraft that moves from here to someplace as distant as Mars that has to do it all on its own and land within a very small space. And all of these coordinated actions have to happen in order for everything to work perfectly, just like it did in this case. And you have difficulty believing that the government could have a plane that flies over 7,000 miles an hour, or a microwave beam weapon that might be able to cook you on the inside and leaving you without a mark on the outside, or perhaps has a way of delivering voices into your head to make you think you're going fucking crazy. Because technology that is held by the military is typically held for 20 years before it makes its way into the private sector. So don't be so quick to dismiss conspiracy theories when it comes to advanced technology being held by the government.